Welcome back, ladies and gents. Lots of police out and about today. I wonder why there are a few vans, and the reason that they're out and about is to make sure that there are not conflicts between pro and anti-Brexit demonstrators. That's right. In the centre, what a surprise, we've got the pro-Brexit camp, complete with Mr. Bellringer. It's Nigel Farage in 25 years on the left when he lets his hair grow out. And here is Steve Bray having a chat. Why Brexit? Here's the pro-Brexit camp, everybody. Look, here it is. I mean, it's a pretty small camp. I must admit, there are about, 5 people? Which is not really that's surprising, considering that only about 5 people think it's a good idea to be in the European Union. Okay, let's go across. And I'll tell you something, folks. Remember before, a few weeks ago, I can't remember, I think it was before Christmas, I mentioned the young British journalist Wesley Winter's YouTube channel. Anyone still thinking that it's a good idea that we rejoin? I'd advise you to watch Wesley's latest video, as indeed I did myself last night, where he visits Lisbon in Portugal and struggles to find anyone that's actually Portuguese. Yes, folks, it was really that bad. I'm not actually sure why. That's what it is. All these kids are waiting for the bong, guys. It is 11 on the dot. There you have it. Right. Our trusty phone boxes before we head down to hopefully catch the Blues and Royals taking over in the boxes. Bong, behind us. No, it's just on there. 1 second, we can flip around. The queue actually today it's a pretty long one. Now I'm reasonably certain that all of these people are not queuing to go into the phone box and vote to rejoin the European Union. I mean, I certainly hope not. Actually, wait, hold on a second. We need to capture the next lady because she's got one of these remarkable guards teddies. Look. I thought she was going to hold it up for the camera. You know, there's little squishy... There it is. Household division... Household division guard. Like, get in the phone box. It's cold out here. Everybody's watching this. It's quite a big group, but they're all equally fascinated. It's kind of cute and playful, I guess, in a way. So if I give me the soldier, I want to do it. It's my turn. That's actually pretty good. In fact, that's actually very good. That's probably the best pose that we've seen here. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, here we go. Damn, that is good balance. In fact, they've got to be former Olympic athletes with that kind of balance. Amazing. Respect. Yeah, that was pretty impressive. Good job, ladies. Right. I actually did start the video for the first time that I remember. I'd already started the video once and cancelled it because the bell ringer, the guy with long hair that I always joke is an older Farage, he actually started to ring the bell and then started to make a speech but kind of stopped it abruptly. I'm not sure if he lost his train of thought or decided to wait, but there was not really much of an audience at that point. It's a pity because I was kind of hoping to get... He's got a great voice, I must admit. It wouldn't surprise me if he used to be a tenor. He's got a really, really strong operatic voice, that chap on the right. Okay, so... That's right, guys. This is why the toilets are still closed. Because the workers are too busy on their phones. Okay. What are we going to find this morning? One thing I do notice already looking around is that this area in particular, and it's always a good indicator, is far busier than it was yesterday. Now, bearing in mind, it is a guard change day this morning. The lifeguards will be leaving after we get there, in fact, and the Blues will be taking over. Now, that hopefully should equate to some decent numbers, but wow, it's such a shame that the police need to waste their time on what is effectively a non-protest. There's no one there that's actually yet counter-protesting, although it's only a matter of time. There are always an angry few that come along and sort of, scream and shout about, we shouldn't have left and we should have left and blah, 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 and everything else. More officers heading down. Golly gosh. Okay. One second, people. Now, it was going to be interesting for me personally this morning because we haven't seen much of the Blues and Royals yet this year. In fact, we haven't seen much of either regiment, to be entirely honest. But a lot of you were asking yesterday in the comments on yesterday's video, a couple of things actually. You were asking, one, do we think we might see Ormond for a last hurrah? Ormond has not been retired, folks. He's still an active trooper in the Blues and Royals Regiment, in the Household Cavalry Mounted Regiment. However, he's not supposedly going to be seen on duty in the boxes again. Now, these things, like so many others, are kind of fluid. Which I see as being a huge positive. Why? Because fluidity means that if circumstances change, so can decisions that have previously been made. And I think we'd all agree that whether he's actively on duty or just, out and about, Ormond is sorely missed. Very sorely missed, in fact. I wonder actually why there are so many police out and about today, just standing in sort of somewhat unusual positions. Look, what's this? Very curious, folks? We haven't seen this formation here outside Downing Street. I'm not sure if it's because somebody's going in or somebody's about to come out again. They are inspecting a vehicle. There's quite a lot of movement within Downing Street. HSBC wrongfully stole my assets. Gosh. Yeah, they stole mine too. I know. Can't be trusted. British banks. Okay, respect to that gent for holding up his placard. So that's the other officer actually. What on earth is going on this morning? All very curious. In a second. Very curious indeed. Oops. Yeah. Officer, is something different, unusual going on this morning? It's rare to have you lot kind of formed out like this. Something planned or?
No, nothing's planned. It's just the Prime Minister's going to come out the gates for the questions later. That's it.
You know what time, roughly?
I think midday.
Okay, so there's still enough time for him to resign, I guess, between now and then. Okay, let's wait and see. Officer doesn't mean a very coy manner then. I mean, whether he agrees with me or doesn't agree with me. Oh, good look. It's funny, folks, because just as I was trying to talk to the officer, Hilary Benn walked past. Damn it, that's a bit of a pity. It would have been great to ask Hilary Benn if he thinks we should have rejoined the EU, but I missed up. Damn it, that's why I wasn't really concentrating on my discussion with the police officer. Oh well, it is what it is. Okay, next stop, horseguards. That actually though, yes, PMQs is always on Wednesdays, but that's still surprising because quite a few times recently we've actually caught the Prime Minister emerging from Downing Street in his little motorcade, but we haven't ordinarily had that bunch of officers at the front. So I wonder if, I don't know, maybe heightened state of alert, I don't know, potential threat, something or other. One second. Now, thank you to those of you yesterday as well that mentioned the visit at Horseguards, the VIP visit, was a senior German officer. And no, folks, actually, you know what? I'm not even going to go there. You know what I was going to say? I was going to list a bunch of names and say it wasn't blah blah or blah. I'm not even going to go there, ladies and gents. I'm not. Incidentally, I was meant to open the video with this. One other thing that you asked me yesterday, channels. Which of the channels, folks, are reliable, respectful, transparent, and have an ethical approach to filming? Oh, what can I say about that? You know, it's not my responsibility, guys, to say what I think is good or bad, but I will say one thing. If when you look at... I am John.
Yeah, my mom loves you. She watches you every day.
She watches me every day?
Yeah.
How does that make you feel, good or bad?
I watch it too, every lunchtime from the US.
Oh, good lord, look, we've skipped the horse now, you and I.
Were you here the last couple of days?
I was here yesterday for an hour, but that was the first time since last week, so if I missed you, my apologies.
No, it's all good. I figured I'd see you today.
Are you waiting to watch the changeover when the new regiment arrives?
Yeah. We were just in the back watching the parade and come here.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I'm expecting that hopefully, small chance we might see the famous Ormond coming in with the blues.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, this is what we're all here for, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Always. Do you know what horse this is?
Let's have a look, 1 second. Can you get me, without saying it out loud, and show to me on your phone the hoof number on your phone? But don't like say it out loud. If you zoom in and get the hoof number, I can look on the list and tell you which horse it is.
Yeah.
You probably need to be right in front there because it's super difficult to get it, even when you're directly on. Yeah. It'll be on the hoof, left hoof. Okay, folks, we've got US investigators on the case with IDing the horse. Let's see if we can get it done. No? You can't see it? Okay, 1 second. Wait, you're not from the US?
No, I'm not.
I was going to say, that's not a US accent. 1 second. We're still on it, guys. Let's see. It's the other hoof. That's the regimental marking. That's lifeguards. It's the other hoof. Yeah, the black hoof. But don't say the number out loud, though. It's a regimental marking. 1 second, guys. I'll come back to my train of thought about other channels shortly. 1 minute. Let me see if I pull up the list. I've got an idea which horse it is already, instinctively. Another one that's been clipped. Oh, that's what I was thinking, actually. Yeah, you can tell the viewers which horse it is. So, guys, today's horse in this box is...
Reggie?
Reggie?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it is Reggie. Where are you from in the US?
Oh, from North Dakota.
From North Dakota?
Yeah.
Does North Dakota have a lot of horses?
Yes, yeah, we do.
Wild horses or...?
Yeah, wild horses in our parks and stuff.
Wait, so hold on, so if I decided just to go and walk around, you know, a park in North Dakota, there are horses running around?
Yeah. Like in the state parks, they have horses, like wild horses.
Do people ever try and sort of, you know, tame them or take them?
It's a touchy subject for natives.
Yeah, I bet it is, actually, thinking about it.
Yeah.
Gosh, that's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been to Hyde Park many times. Other than when these horses escaped, I've never ever seen wild horses.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
running
They're running down and
Yep. Probably the first and last time that ever will happen.
Yeah.
But I couldn't imagine living somewhere where you go to the park for a picnic with the kids and like, wait, hold on, there's a bunch of horses running toward us. It's utterly extraordinary. Wow.
No, it's cool. It's awesome to meet you.
Hey,
I love you.
no, you're very kind to stop and say hello. I appreciate it.
I saw the spam over
Ah, you saw. Okay, actually, let me go back. I was actually talking about that when I approached and then bumped into you. Guys, in terms of how to differentiate between accurate content with ethics, morals, that presents everything we see here in a positive light, and those that go for sensationalism, look at the thumbnails. Okay, that's all I can say. Oh, he's not understanding. Chap, he's saying behind here, like move behind. Yeah. Goodness me, it's the middle of the guard change. He's still not getting it. Okay. He needs to be like here. He needs to be this side. This side.
This side. No,
Yeah.
it's closed. This side. Isn't it?
This is closed.
It's crossed.
Yeah, it's clear. Oh, good lord. It's closed because new horse is coming. Yes, new horse. The guard was trying hard there with his Mandarin, but he couldn't quite squeeze the words out, guys. And to be honest, at this time in the morning, we wake up, we're a little tired. We all try to squeeze something or other out, but in this case, it was his words. There's the corporal of horse, who doesn't look a happy fellow this morning. I mean, I'm not saying he's unhappy, but let's just say he's not as happy as certain other tourists at the gate. What is going on this morning? Slightly curious one. Oh, we've got one of the twins, folks, in the box. Yep, it's one of the twin lady troopers. Incidentally, those of you that are mentioning about me differentiating between gender completely got the wrong end of the stick. To have addressed this before, when I refer to lady and gent troopers, that isn't the same as referring to male or female troopers. It isn't a gender issue, it's a matter of deference and respect issue. I have pointed that out before, but it seems a few of you are still fixated on the fact that I, in your minds, seem to differentiate where I don't. It's a simple matter of respectful deferment. But yeah, the thumbnails, guys, is a good way to tell. If you've got arrows and signs and all sorts of loud screaming words and letters in yellow and red and orange and all sorts of emojis and other rubbish, skip it. It's a channel to skip. Why? Because if they can't even present what they're giving you as content accurately, not worth your time and click. Oh, here we are. A thoroughly lovely gent who took time out of his morning to say hello to us. Got a picture with, let's see which horse we've got. In fact, this might be one of the last ones that will ID. First and last ones. They're changing over. Guys, they're changing over the foot guards inside. If you want to run through and see it.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Okay, let's have a quick look and see who we've got here, folks. Oh, is it remarkable or not to meet such wonderfully friendly people? He was such a gent, in fact. I'm going to actually head in. We'll get back to the horse in a minute. Let's head into the yard, because at the moment, what I'm seeing is a lot of very curious tourists. Why? Because they're about to change over the chitsman and the gatesman. Yes, they are. I'm hoping, this being a regimental relief, we might be able to get it reasonably up close and personal. Let's have a look. Fingers crossed. Oh, folks, we've got some very unusual things this morning. Look at this. Chelsea pensioners with the King's Lifeguard.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
What an extraordinary thing to see. Wonderful. Let's focus on the relief, which are coming shortly. Okay, Blues and Royals taking over from the Lifeguard Regiment. Here they come. A little bit gloomy in the tunnel today, folks.
Front! Center! Pause! Left! Turn! Line! March!
One thing that surprised me, the people didn't quite capture that, but nobody did, guys. It's one of those lost to history. The two Chelsea pensioners with the lifeguard. That was fascinating from my perspective, simply because the two Chelsea pensioners, I didn't know this. I haven't seen you for a while.
Alright.
All good?
Not too bad, yeah. Getting a bit bored with this though, isn't it?
To be honest, the two Chelsea pensioners just left at the front. I didn't even know that they were female Chelsea pensioners. I thought they were all gents.
No, they're females now. Yeah,
Very, very, very rare, no? In fact, they were with a lifeguard in the tunnel. Guess who just missed it? Yeah, what a surprise. Okay, folks, here we go. Oh, Colin is right. Oops. Oh, tourists jumping out the way pretty quick. Good stuff. Right, now we have a new King's Lifeguard. In this case, the Blues and Royals. On duty here at Horseguards.
No, but I've been coming along here at 1 o'clock and doing all the bloody work myself because the coppers have been standing back.
Yeah, they've been told.
I don't mind helping out, but when you're just doing all the work yourself, and seems like you've been taking the piss out of.
So between you and the old trooper, I mean, it's, I don't know why. One minute the MOD are saying, yep, move them out of the way. The next minute they're saying, nope, let the army do it. It's not your remit. So I don't know. I don't get it.
No, it's not fun anymore, you know. So you don't mind having a quick laugh and a smile at the odd one or two that get it wrong.
Yeah.
But when you're on your own, nobody's taking any notice of you. Crowd all over the place.
Especially when there are those heaving groups that come through.
That's right, yeah.
Quite a few tourist groups out and about this morning already. It's only a matter of time before they arrive here. It's going to be busier than it was yesterday. I can already see it, which might be good, might not be. I guess it depends on what we're going to see.
They've got it empty out the back.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good sign. Right, folks, let's head back to the front. Have a quick look at the other horse and the other trooper, and then if there is a moment or two, I'll try to name the horses. There was some other thing at this end. I don't know what it was, but there was another situation with this trooper and this horse and somebody that was in the box. I say a situation because he was quite intently explaining to somebody, having leant over from the side of the horse, that, you know what, you need to get out of the box. How on earth is she not absolutely freezing? Like, whoa, it is proper cold this morning. So unless you just come from a nightclub, it's way too cold to be having an evening dress on. Crazy. Right, horsey wise, I think we might as well grab the opportunity to try and ID them guys before it gets really busy. If I can actually get the phone to unlock. Sometimes it's a bit fussy about unlocking. Okay, so Reggie was the horse that vacated the other box. Lifeguard horse. Obviously now we're on to the Blues and Royals. Let's have a look. Focus on the horse a teeny bit, 1 second. This horse is... Trinidad is what I'm picking up. The hoof is reasonably clear. It's clear enough for me to go with Trinidad. Let's get a picture of this one as well, because I don't actually ever remember seeing glorious Trinidad here in the box. That said, he might not actually decide to look at the camera, and that could be problematic. Trinidad. Got it, yeah. He's a beauty, actually. Have we ever seen this horse before on the channel, guys? It's funny because if you read me out a list of the Blues horses, all 100 of them, give or take, and said, is there a horse named Trinidad? Instinctively, I would say, I don't think there is. In other words, I don't actually remember myself there being a horse named Trinidad. Oh, wait, I didn't even realise that the ladies moved to this end now. Ta-da! Oh, it's like a complete ladies event today, look. Trooper. I wonder actually if the horse is a girl as well. They're getting strange tourist Chinese bros in the background of their picture. A lot of people don't know actually that the guards have a nightclub under horse guards. So possibly she was at a rave last night. I can already see that the hoof number here is somewhat masked by the toe clip. Let me see. These will be the only two I'm going to ID though, guys, because after that I want to focus on the filming and not on the horses. Or not on the horse names. Actually, wait, a bit of a similarity between the two numbers. This is Vise again. Yep, Vise, folks. We saw him actually at the weekend. Sorry, not the weekend, last Friday he was here. Well, I mean, I guess that is the weekend shift. Mr. Vise. Chinese bros in the house. In fact, I can't believe he actually stole the bathroom mat from the hotel to put around himself for today's picture. It's disgraceful. That's why hotels are now often charging a £100 deposit instead of the 50 it used to be here in Central. One person stealing the rug from the bathroom, somebody else stealing the shower curtain, wearing it as pyjama trousers. Edging closer. That didn't take long to get out of the box. Get yourself and your pyjamas out of the box. But we knew, didn't we, folks, that the second anybody got even close to popping over the line, she was going to tell them to move back. It's a hard one actually, knowing whether to concentrate on the left or the right. Interesting cast of characters on the left, but the tourists on the right are getting closer. At least these bros on the left are paying a lot of attention to the line and respecting it accordingly. Rises a little bit. I didn't have my breakfast. I can't wait to eat. He looks a little bit downtrodden. He or she, actually I can't remember if Vice is no, I don't think Vice is a mare. I didn't actually look properly on the list. People that cover their faces in part or in whole. There we go, here's another one. And that vexatious look straight off, you see that? Like, what do you mean? You can't tell myself, a good Mormon lady, to get out of the box. It's a disgrace. I'm going to tell the pastor. It's actually kind of funny though how many people just casually wander over, isn't it? Oh, here we go. Oh, wait, good job, Mum. They were just about to walk in, I think. Mum's like, no. You can't do it. In fact, to be honest, folks, we knew it would be strict at this end the second the troop arrived in the box.
And I was like, I don't know. And then at the end, she said, that wasn't a very good talk.
I think that was his screenshot for a forthcoming TV show. He did quite well, actually, as the passing tourist. Okay, let's grab a corner spot and wait for the punters. I can also see what's happening at the other end from this position, so I think overall it works out well. Just looking through the gates at the yard, Mr. I stole the mat from the hotel bathroom. Is in the corner for a picture. Okay, lifeguards are heading out, guys, which is our sign that shortly the rest of the Blues and Royals will be heading through the tunnel. There they go. Oh, of course at the back, he's like, hey, why did you not get closer to film me? I told all my friends I was going to be on your video today. Oh, see, I'm sorry, my bad. Okay, so let's try and get ourselves in a reasonably prime spot. Actually, we didn't get a chance to talk to Colin, did we? Which is a pity. Hopefully he'll come back in if he hasn't already finished. A reasonably prime spot for the Blues to come into the yard. Lifeguards have gone to the parade ground. Actually, in fact, contrary to what my friend was saying, it is reasonably populated out the back. Maybe some late arrivals. It certainly isn't deserted. I think you can see at the end of the tunnel. Reasonable number. It's certainly not packed. But you know what? It's way too cold to be standing out there for 30 odd minutes plus waiting for things to begin this morning. So I do get it. Even the hardier tourists from countries where it's flipping freezing, like Canada. Yes, Canadians, I know. Minus 200 degrees or whatever it is right now in parts of Canada. Okay, how long will it be until they come through? I mean, it's normally fairly instantaneous, the swap over. So we've got familiar faces in both of the arches this morning, and I tell you something, gloves, heavy boots, winter cloak or not, and that hour is going to be a tough one for the troopers this morning. Luckily I'm able to move around a little bit and keep the blood circulating, but wow, staying in one spot for more than probably 15 minutes, that cannot be easy. Hopefully we'll get to see, just noticed here, breath is showing, we'll get to see the gatesman moving either to the front, or if not to the front then to the back at the end of the tunnel. Now, what are we waiting for at this point? They should be pretty much instantaneously coming through. It's normally how it works. Lifeguards need to leave first, which they will do any minute. We'll see them coming from the right hand side into view before they ride off. Oh, English ladies here. Generally surprised, you probably heard them on the microphone, generally surprised that we have guards standing here on duty in the yard. To be honest, actually, the vast majority of people that live in London and or are British have no clue that this place exists. It's still the hidden gem which might sound remarkable considering how busy it is sometimes, but it's very much still off the beaten tourist trail. Thing is, the second I turn and go back to the front, we just know they're going to come through. We just know it every flipping time that happens. Actually, wait, let's have a look at the time on the phone. The police are already telling people to move, make a bit of space. I mean, it's exactly 11:28, just about to turn to 9. So any minute, I would have thought. It's okay, don't worry, it's okay.
What's happening today?
They're just about to bring in the new regiment and their horses into the yard.
Oh, how lovely.
The lifeguard regiment in red are on the right-hand side, they've just finished. And the new regiment here in the dark blue, Blues and Royals, their horses are about to come through the tunnel.
Can I go through there?
You can, but this is the best spot to see them. You'll get to see every
I see
horse
them.
coming through. The officer will
Oh,
move
you're
out the
coming
way,
through here.
and they'll come through into the yard and go into the stables here, which should, in theory, be like now, 11:30.
Well, that's very kind of you.
No, my pleasure. It's rare to bump into a tourist or a pedestrian here that knows that there are two different regiments.
Oh, God, yes, because I knew people who were in the household cavalry.
Ah, there we go. That's what it is then.
Oh,
You see?
there you
I was just saying in my video that it's quite surprising how many British people don't even know yet, not only that this place is here, but that there is a mounted guard here when it's open. It's still quite a hidden gem, isn't it?
I know, but I mean, the problem is that everything's geared for foreign tourists, really, in a way, and that people forget that. And also, a lot of people sadly are not interested anymore. are
Yes, very much so.
they?
Very much so.
Just anti, But it's absolutely amazing. No.
I think it's a gem, personally. I mean, I
of
really do.
course it is.
Plus, to be honest, there's more drama here than at any other place except the dinner table at Buckingham Palace.
Yes, thanks for the video.
That's such a... Oh, here we go.
There
So,
we go.
lifeguards are off, folks. They heard us. And they said, you know what? We're not going to listen to these people saying that horse guards is not popular anymore. I mean, we know, in some respects, especially in the summer season, it is unbelievably popular here.
Is it really busy?
It's so utterly packed that they have to limit the numbers in the yard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's getting really, really busy.
Wow. Yeah, but these things people look up and they find out it's like changing the guard at Buckingham Palace.
Massively
It's
so.
wild, Yeah. So
Yep.
it's amazing. Oh, here we go. They're the blues.
You timed it well, didn't you?
Yeah,
Is that
I
purely
did.
by accident? Plus, look, you are dressed like a Blues and Royals yourself today. Look, you got
They'd
navy
be
top
very-
red.
They would be very impressed. And what is your interest then?
It's a popular YouTube channel that covers the guards and the work here and the tourist interactions
Oh, really?
and
Oh.
things that go right and wrong here at Horse Guards.
Okay, well that's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Here we go, folks. Blues and Royals coming in. Will we see the famous Ormond tourist biting horse? I don't know, but the police are getting a bit cheesed off with tourists who are not listening.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, can I get myself a bit closer? Pleasure.
Thank you so much.
No, my pleasure. Nice to meet you. Okay, folks, here they come. Oops. 1 second. Who have we got in the line? Horsey 1. Horsey 2. 3. Very familiar face. 4. 5. 6. And 7. Wow. Also, I've spotted, remarkably, an MOD dream team back on the case. Oh, hold on a second, what have we got here? That to me looks like a bag of crown jewels. Guys, if anyone's watching this video now and you haven't seen the arrest on BBC News, look, yep, they tried to steal the crown jewels. Okay, that's really surprising. I didn't put the camera on their faces because we don't need to actively highlight the work of the MOD here. It's always there casually, and we all know and massively appreciate the work of the MOD here. But when I say MOD Dream Team, folks, don't get super excited. I'm not talking about the lady officer who at some point will be back, but two very familiar faces on duty at the same time. MOD officers. Okay, I can tell you this, if there is any disrespect, rudeness or stupidity here today, it will be super firmly dealt with by the officers that are on duty, which is a huge positive. Okay, so, let's see. Are the tourists going to move out of the guard's way, or are they going to stand there like stupids? That's what I was wondering. Here we go, to the front. Some people are walking kind of slowly this morning, but luckily, oh, see that lady just pushed her, I think it was her mum, out of the way at the very last moment there, saved her from a telling off. One thing we didn't see a lot of actually, when I was here yesterday, were police horses. That's actually one of the downsides to filming on a non-guard change day. If there's not a guard change here, there's not a guard change at the palace. If there's not a guard change at the palace, they don't need so many mounted police. Yep, chat, don't worry about the camera. Hello. Hi. Sorry, I'm trying to film. You just walk straight in front. It's okay, don't worry. Okay, so if there's no guard change at the palace, guys, or here, then there's no need for the Metropolitan Police Mounted Branch to go out in certain numbers. I mean, gosh, it really picked up here. Look at this. Went from reasonably deserted to a lot of people pretty quick. I just about fit through.
Look, he just popped the gold plane.
Wow. I'm just waiting to see. 1 second, guys. He's going to the tunnel. He is actually going to the tunnel. I wasn't entirely sure if that was the plan, but it is the plan. Let's have a quick look. Instinctively, actually, after seeing how quickly he moved, I was thinking tunnel. I can't remember actually if it's the same trooper that we saw here at the end of the tunnel last time. I'm going to pause momentarily in a second because I think he might well come straight back in again. Yeah, straight back in. Let's not put the camera in his face because his rounds are very quick. Out, back again. Big difference if, for example, he's in a stationary position in the tunnel or if he is stationary with tourists at the end of the tunnel posing for pictures. These things, I think, are best done in moderation. Okay, so we know we've got movement today, which I see as being a huge positive. In other words, the guard will be leaving, singular, will be leaving his post and going to the front and or the tunnel. Okay, so back to the front. Let's concentrate as much as we can, unless anything goes wrong, on what we've got here with the horses. Certainly got a lot of tourists here at this point. In fact, wow, what the hell? Where on earth did all these people come from? It was really quiet, wasn't it, when we were first here earlier? And now all of a sudden it got packed. However, it being packed here doesn't necessarily equal a lot of people getting in front of the horse. That is the key difference. So we'll give it a couple of minutes and see. Plus, now the massive Spanish group has spotted the camera. They're chatting about it to my right, which means I think it's very unlikely they're going to head over for their pictures. The curse of the camera, folks. So, here is where we're going to be for a minute, if and until we get some punters. Big if, to be quite honest. I mean, will we? Possibly. You can see the numbers that are coming through the gate, led by a tour guide who's got that red handkerchief. It's very busy here. Look, you can see this morning, extremely busy. But perhaps they implemented an invisible magnetic force field around the bogs. Police seem pretty intent on being at the front as well this morning. I wonder why. Yep, just have a little wander into the box. Have we ever seen this many people here, guys, but no one getting a picture with the horse? Like, what? Okay.
When you're ready.
Oh, that's it. Vamos, chicas. Chicas are going on their tour. Bye-bye, chicas. Interesting that the tour guide is speaking English to the Spanish group. Flipping hell. God damn, that guy is able to climb Everest with 2 steps.
Ahora puedes parar de ponerte en medio.
Oh my good lord. 1 second, I'm feeling a bit like I'm in a tourist payload at the moment. Now, why would all of this group come here? A good, I don't know, 60, 70 of them in total. And yet not one single person got a picture with the horse. That's incredibly odd, is it not? Okay.
Are you just going to stay there?
You see the videos online of people
Don't want to good cycle.
The horses only bite visitors from the US and Canada, though. So you girls are lucky because I'm guessing you're not from those two countries. Oh, damn. Okay, in which case, yeah, you can't get over it.
We are.
Unless we go into like our origin countries, then China.
Like, I go India, go China hard. We'll be okay.
No, they don't Brody bite anymore because anyone that goes beyond the white line gets told to get out of the box. So they changed it all. So the biting's pretty much stopped, which I guess is good now.
That's good. No, I remember always used to like seeing videos online of people like going and like the guards like yelling at them.
Yeah, exactly that. Yep.
I was like, okay, I'm gonna keep it.
You're not super cold.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm okay.
What the hell? Is that Chinese genes then? No, is it? It's gotta be.
I go to school
She
in
makes this
Boston.
restaurant.
Is that what? Okay.
Yeah.
Temperatures in Massachusetts much lower than here, yeah, in the
Yeah,
winter.
it's colder in Boston than it is here, so I'm like,
You want a picture?
Wow.
I'll take it.
Okay, guys, Bostonian in today's video.
Wait, Anya, you're becoming viral. There's Bostonians.
Ladies, you're not at Harvard, are you, by any chance?
No, I'm
No?
not.
Okay.
I know Harvard, though. I mean, someone who goes to Harvard.
Wait, hold on 1 second.
Have you ever been to Boston? Or America?
In a long distant life, I was offered a Kennedy scholarship to Harvard, but I turned it down.
Oh,
Yeah, silly
in
me.
Harvard.
Yep,
Oh my God.
in Harvard, I know. Silly me.
You fancy. Okay.
Hey, if you've got to choose between Harvard and Oxford, which would you choose?
I would probably choose Oxford.
Ah, you see, most Americans do.
Yeah.
Rhodes scholars. Girls, you'll be on in today's video on this channel.
Oh,
London City Walk.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, roughly
viral.
roughly the 40-minute mark, give or take.
oh. Have you been standing here for 40 minutes?
I typically do 4 1 hour 15-minute vlogs here a week. At least until the tourists stop and stand right in front of the camera. Without realising it. So yeah, roughly the 40-minute mark, give or take. And they're your friends. No, that's not. That's with an S on the end. Walks with an S. Found it?
I got it.
We
Boom.
will definitely look at.
There you go. Bostonians in today's video.
I mean, they're from Charlotte.
I'm from Charlotte.
North Carolina, yeah?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, you actually know where that is. I'm very
I
surprised.
do. Come on.
Not a lot of people do.
Wait, even in the US, people are kind of like, wait, where's Charlotte?
I know.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It's that bad?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
You said North Carolina and some know, but
Yeah.
I don't know, because like, as someone who like grew up in China, moving to the States for school, I realized very quickly that Americans just don't know where like anywhere.
Anywhere
it's
is.
a
I
direction.
would be like, oh yeah, I grew up in Hong Kong, and they were like, Hong Kong, oh is that Japan? I was like,
No, you're joking. Really?
There's a geography.
Oh my goodness
I
gracious.
was like, no, I'm not Japanese.
Okay, that's extraordinary. But wait, did you grow up learning English as well as
Yeah.
Cantonese if you grew up in Hong Kong?
I grew up learning English because I'm adopted, so my parents are white. So English and Mandarin because I
Wow.
learned Mandarin in school, and I know enough Cantonese to get around, but not fluent. I'm more confident in my Mandarin.
Okay. Wow, it could have been a whole different life now. Growing up, being born in China and growing up as an American.
Yeah.
Just a quick question. What do you ladies, obviously, Massachusetts is a very liberal state. What's the kind of word on the street about your new president?
Well, I'm in Massachusetts,
She
so
didn't even need to say it.
we're all pretty much we voted blue there.
I think that conveyed it.
Okay, yeah, you didn't even need to say it. Your face said it all right away there. Wow.
It's so embarrassing.
Ooh.
Or in this case, twice.
Yeah, it's
I'm
going to
not
be...
American. I'm Indian. I have no skin in the game. I don't care.
Ah, okay. Got it. Wow.
I grew up in India, then I moved to the States for middle school, so
Yeah.
I mean, your accent is like, to my ear, 100% like US. Those of you
I've
that
been
grew
there
up.
for like 8 years now. So.
Yeah. Wow. Any regrets? Other than Trump in your mind?
School is expensive.
Yeah.
School is a
Yeah.
crazy cost, no?
It is.
School is expensive.
What was it, like 50, 60,000 US dollars plus?
Yeah.
What the hell? What's this dude over here?
Oh my god. Are you getting this?
Wait, what is this? Bro. Ladies, I'm too scared to ask him what he's doing. One of you want to ask him or?
No, I'd like to.
Even the troopers looking, it's like, what on earth is this? Folks, I will ask him in a minute if I can. It's like, what is that? I'm confused, I must admit, I'm like exceptionally confused. Is he human? Bro. Like, guys. Everybody is just frozen. And even the troopers thinking like, what the hell is going on? Hey, we've got to find out. That is so strange. 1 second. What the hell? We need to ask him what's going on. 1 second. I mean, it's fascinating and curious, but at the same time, it's everybody is looking. Wait, got to ask him. Hold on 1 second. Can I ask you about your outfit? What is it for? It's remarkable. I can't hear Sega. I can't get it. Ah, it's like a street performance, yeah? Okay, remarkable. You're not cold? Yes. I was going to say you look absolutely freezing. Goodness me. That is an extraordinary outfit. How long did it take to make this?
3 months.
3 months? Yeah, I bet it did. Good Lord, you're shaking. Be careful, you're going to get hypothermic. It's crazy cold, no? Be careful. My pleasure, my pleasure. Okay, folks, he's in the middle of a street performance. Quite possibly part of his undergrad studies or possibly even an MA. I'm guessing he is a designer. He's absolutely shivering. It's freezing, folks. What a champion for doing that, in fact. He was either shaking and or... Oh! Good Lord, that was perfect timing by the kids getting out of the way of the trooper. Fantastic stuff there. They almost got in trouble. Look at that Pikachu. Shocked faces. Oh, bro, it's like he just pushed me. Yeah, he needs to keep moving actually, otherwise he's going to shrivel up, folks. We all get a little shrivel when it's cold, but let's worry about the guard doing his work. That is an incredible outfit costume. In fact, up close, looking at the intricate nature of the piece that is wrapped around his waist, extraordinary, to be quite honest. If the guard moves around quickly, he's actually going to end up accidentally walking into a tourist. Then they're going to cry and complain about, oh, you know what, the guard bashed me. Hello, maybe let him do his work without standing right behind him. Goodness me, I really hope that his friend, that's his friend, the guy with the camera, has got something warm for the gent, because it's way too cold to be effectively half naked on the street. Madness. Wow. I mean, just when we're thinking it couldn't get a little bit more peculiar, it does. I don't ever recall seeing anything quite that unique and strange here. Now, the thing is, again, troopers heading into the tunnel. Will he wait at the end of the tunnel? I bet if I don't go into the tunnel, he'll stand there for 5 minutes and the tourists will take pictures. I bet if I walk into the tunnel now, he'll come back out. So you know what? I'm not going to go into the tunnel. I'm going to regret it, I know I will. I could just about spy the troop at the end of the tunnel. And yes, he turned round, he's coming back in again. Okay, so we've established that he, in all likelihood, will not wait at the end of the tunnel. It's probably too cold, to be quite honest. The breeze, the wind across the parade ground, eesh. The static air temperature is quite reasonable here today, but when the wind blows, there is a wind chill, which makes it feel like, I mean, my fingers would guess -1, -2. If not even colder. But how lucky were those school kids that they actually just moved at the moment he was coming along. Extraordinary. Right, let's see what's going on this side. Tons of people. Oddly enough, this horse has been getting a lot more attention this morning than the other horse, which doesn't make any logical sense because... Hold on. I mean, I guess that counts as being in the box. What do we think? Thing is, she's pretty far from the trooper. I mean, that's definitely in the box. But as you can see, guys, when we're in this position, the box is massive, like really big. Okay, who's next? I bet they're actually looking around that. In all likelihood, it'll be the other end that suddenly gets busy now. Every single time it's like that.
Of some sort. Stopped with a dickhead.
That's a pretty good description, actually. Yeah.
It is, isn't it?
He's shivering away.
He's shivering away.
That's the thing. I spoke to him earlier and said, like, what is it? He said, oh, I'm a student. It's like an art project.
Yeah.
But he's absolutely...
freezing.
Yeah, he can't keep still. He's close to being hypothermic. Maybe that's part of the performance, him passing out on the floor and calling an ambulance. The guy and his wife had to talk to him briefly because, bless him, he said, oh goodness me, performance of the dickhead. I mean, that's a classic Londoner for you, I guess. Skeptical, but at the same time, humorous. Oh, trying not to bash into the bollard. But no, guys, being serious, I can honestly say that if he doesn't hurry up and get out of here or have some warm clothes, he's going to get sick real fast. He can't keep still. He's shaking that much, like almost, gyrating in how serious his shaking is. I was like, get away from me. Looking at the clock, we've got 10 minutes until the changeover. We'll see during that changeover which 2 new horses we get and decide what to do next at that point. So we'll definitely go over a teeny weeny bit, give or take, but hey, you know what? No harm done.
Sí, es que son animales.
So many actually Spanish visitors here today and native Spaniards. That I think will probably explain why a couple of the popular tour guides are out and about. I'll try and stand back a little bit so you've got more of an idea of those that are approaching on either side. What a character, actually. Wait, I think he's now left the shivering fellow. Let's hope that he gets a good grade for what he just put himself through. Thank you. Okay, so box is opening up. We'll be at the other end, folks. I will go back to the other end in just a moment for this changeover. Okay, so the tour guide is leading the way. His trusty group of followers are going with him. Luckily, the yard is pretty clear this morning. But the other end, I think, is going to be the interesting box. The thing is, at the moment, the horse is a teeny bit restless because he's in a car park. Look, this coach full of, it's like, well, it doesn't really matter where they're from, tourists and lots of buses, look, completely jammed. Some of the horses don't like the sense of being boxed in. This trooper has actually had an easier time thus far than the trooper at the other end. He hasn't yet had to forcefully tell anybody. Oh, changed their mind. Instead they go for lunch. Right, so I did say I'll be at this end for the changeover. This is where we're going to be, folks. Some colourful outfits today. See? In fact, Mr. Colourful himself is here.
You look so small.
It is a big horse. You're not wrong about that.
I'm not going to sit next to that. Get closer.
I love the fact that the cold weather, folks, is not keeping spirits down. People seem pretty chipper, even at 0 degrees. They're just about to swap them. The new horse will come out and these two will leave. Yeah, in the next 60 seconds or so, 2 new horses will come out of the stables over here and swap over with these two. Every hour. Yeah, every hour there's a changeover. For the bell, folks, which should, in theory, ring any moment. Actually, wait, in fact, they've actually opened the boxes super early. Because me think it's 1 or 2 minutes too. It's actually 6 minutes to noon. And the boxes were opened a couple of minutes ago. That's a lot earlier than usual, is it not? I mean, the office is even pushing the gates here. Yeah, way ahead of time this morning. But hey, I guess sometimes it's good to do things... Oh, what's this like? What do you mean? Good to do things early. Or speedily. I feel bad now actually for telling it's going to be 1 minute. It's going to be 5 minutes. That said though, finally, we've got arrivals from the palace lining up in the yard. Oh, and it's okay.
You can go a bit closer. Just, you can go to the white line probably, maybe.
Nu, mă sperii proști. Lasă, uite în cealaltă parte. Un pic mai, dar numai un pic.
That's a super interesting language, folks. 1 second. I need to ask, that's really... actually I just realised, Penny just dropped, it's Portuguese, I think. I remember saying that actually last time. I could hear a really interesting language and wonder which language it was. And a lot of people jumped in the comments. It's my language, it's Portuguese. I think it's because I'm not used to hearing native Portuguese speaking Portuguese. I'm much more used to hearing Brazilians, especially having dated Brazilian for quite some time, speaking Portuguese. It's a much heavier, throatier pronunciation, in fact. I bet in a minute somebody's going to say, but John, it's not even Portuguese, it's Albanian. Oh, hold on 1 second. We're going to be able to see these up closely because there's quite a bit of traffic. City of London place. Look at this. Wow. We've seen this horse before. Let's ask him. Officer, what's the name of your horse? Which horse is this?
Sorry?
What's the name of your horse?
His official name is P.H. Thompson.
That's the one. Yeah, but he's got a nickname, yeah?
Yes, Andy.
Yeah, Andy, that's the one.
And this is Primrose in training.
So Andy and Primrose in training. Wow, look at Primrose. Wow. Rare to see you sit the City of London here. Very rare.
We're based just at Great Scotland Yard.
Ah, are you really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
Quite the city.
Ah, okay. Thank you very much. Gosh, what a beauty, eh? Look at this, guys. Look at his massive floppy feet. He's not going to be getting cold today, is he? We haven't seen Andy for ages. P.H. Thompson, a.k.a. Andy, and 2 extremely friendly, kind, lovely officers. That really caught the attention of the tourists. Andy's such a spectacular beauty. He really is a thoroughly unique horse. There's not another one like him, except the drum horses in HCAV. Okay, so now we are super close to the bell. In fact, it should be imminent. I had no idea actually the City of London were based over at Great Scotland Yard now, because that's interesting. Well, actually, that is very interesting because, sorry, train of thought. Because we don't see them here that often. They're not out and about very regularly. So now I'm wondering, hold on a second, if they're based 2 seconds away across the road, why are they not out and about more regularly? In other words, why is it still quite a rare and special occasion to see Andy and the other horse? So there we are, horse lovers. We just saw a new, amazing, spectacular police horse in training, and a very friendly officer. In fact, they were both super friendly. They always are. This is what makes this so much fun, to be honest. The people that we come across, pure positivity all the way this morning since we arrived here and met the lovely chap and his family and friends from the US. Okay, so when I mentioned about the MOD Dream Team folks, there they are, 3 of them in the yard. Very familiar faces, all have been here longer than I've been filming here, and all don't stand for any nonsense. Anyway, there's the bell, finally. Took a little bit longer than the minute I said before, but hey, bing bong. Who are we going to get replacing Vise? Now, remarkably, oh, hold on. Oops. This is the lady that I told it would be at 12 noon. Oopsie. Cheeky smile off the side of the camera there. That was actually quite funny because she didn't do it intentionally. So, 2 new troopers, 2 new horses, 2 new opportunities, folks. Now, this is going to be an interesting changeover, and you'll see why in just a moment. At least one of the troopers, despite being in the regiment for a long time, has hardly ever been in the box. This is not his first time in the box, but we've only seen him in the box that I can remember, maybe once or twice. Yeah, he's a very, 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 very regular chitsman. You'll recognise him in a minute. 1 second. Here he comes. I'm not going to put out the camera, folks. There are too many people here now to start risking the other phone being out and highly visible in public. Oh, horse is like, you know what? There's a bus, a red bus, right in front of the box. Stationary bus. I think the horse is thinking, nah. There we are. Settle down. Nice one. Wow, this horse looks giant actually, even compared to the previous one. The only thing is I really want to know which one this is. I need to find some more friendly tourist guys to take a picture of the number and share it with me quietly off camera, so I can look at the list. I'll wait for it to calm down a teeny bit, and then I'll try and get the names of these two. 1 second. I've got a very suspicious looking bro. It's right next to me. No bag, no phone, nothing out. Both his hands in his pockets. Oh, Colin's back. I thought we'd already finished. Okay, Gatesman. Who actually, remarkably, is coming over this way to talk with his colleague. Oh, smiles all around this morning. Actually, I'm right in front. I think I'm going to very quickly try and not only... How does no one behind me? Where? Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even see you. Go ahead. No, I'm sorry, my apologies. Okay, sorry, I didn't see you there, my apologies. Nope, they actually weren't behind me, but might as well... Stand there, we missed the photo op then, actually, with the two troopers together. Oh, there we are. Got it. Let's see if we can very quickly. Grab the hoof number. 1 second, guys. Got the number, and the horse is... Wow, another new one. I wasn't wrong in assuming we haven't seen this one before. Obelisk. Oh, notice his ears just poked up there when we said his name. Yes, Obelisk. That's you. Wow. He is a very large and very authoritative looking beauty, this horse. Hey, morning.
Yeah.
I thought you'd left earlier. When I saw you in the yard a bit earlier on, I thought you'd already headed off.
No, I went up to St James's.
Oh.
Up to St James's. To the guard there and then came up and came back.
Yeah, you've got a lot of energy these days. No, all the way sprinting to the St James's Palace, all the way back again. Bloody hell. It's a good half a mile each way. Feeling chipper, back to normal, yeah?
I'm alright, mate, yeah.
Yeah, I can see it in your face, in
I
fact.
only got sore toes, that's all. And their toes are going to hopefully get sore. I've got sore toes, but otherwise I'm alright.
Yeah, good to hear.
I've got a phone now.
It is actually super cold, no?
I'm not coming up to Friday, I've got to get this car. So I'm coming out.
Yeah, I did that actually a couple of days ago and regretted it actually because now it's freezing at the back.
I'm going to get it cut on Friday. So, do you know what? A major general review for the Kingship's not going to happen this year.
It's not.
No, someone just asked the CO, and the CO said no, it's not happening this year.
Why? Did they give a reason or just
why.
curious,
I don't
eh?
know why. They said there's not major general. I don't know if there's going to be any cavalry either.
Very curious. I
don't know
wonder.
about cavalry either. I don't know if they're going to be doing it either. So there's a lot of cutbacks at the moment.
I mean, to be honest, it's new government, new-ish government. It doesn't really surprise me. I mean, they are struggling, aren't they? Inflation's a mess.
I didn't want the bloody them to get in anyway. I didn't want Labour in anyway. I just
It's a mess either way, isn't it? To be honest, it is an app. It doesn't matter which way. It just swings and roundabouts with the same group of school chums.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm not fine now because I've done my bit for the day.
I'm always surprised that you're able to take the picture so well with no flipping gloves. My hands are frozen. Look at you.
My hands are all right. They are cold.
Yeah.
But I can't take photos without.
Actually, yeah. Thinking about it, it's impossible to hold it properly and stable.
Yeah. So, anyway, I'll see you later.
Yep.
Mate.
See you soon, boss. Okay, folks. Colin is done. That was interesting. The chap, I didn't quite get what happened there. The chap in the white jacket, who went straight in. That was very curious. Actually, went up to the trooper and was told to move back. Not entirely sure what was going on then, but there it is. Just looking around at what we've got here, quite a lot of people, so buoyant. I'm going to start a part 2, guys. If that ends up being a full part 2, the link will be below this video. Back shortly.